Welcome to America Rising Media, where it is our mission to spread truth, expose evil, and effect as much positive change and unity as possible. We encourage open dialogue, so join us in the chat and share your thoughts. Please note that the views and opinions expressed by guests and audience members are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of America Rising Media. We encourage you to critically evaluate all perspectives presented during our broadcasts. We appreciate your understanding and support, and thank you for being part of our community.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
That's working out well.
All right, cool. That's way better.
And he will soon be replaced by our next FBI director, somebody who I think is going to be one of the greatest, maybe the greatest director of them all, Kash Patel.
Welcome to the show, man. Thanks so much for having me here.
I ain't never done nothing like this. Roundtable? Yeah. You didn't go to the White House Roundtable.
He's got all our data, and we got your data. Yeah, you really can't compete. What he says is we want to become the Saudi Arabia of data.
AI's already infiltrating our lives. Type something into Google and you'll get an AI overview with information from many different sites. And on Facebook, there's Meta AI. Type in a question and you'll get the answer.
Tiny Lukeville, Arizona, where the number of migrants is pushing Border Patrol past capacity. More than 9,000 illegal crossings along the southern border just yesterday. Nearly 3,000 of them in this area. Now we have nothing.
That was our city. First hands of Tom's there, and now it's gone.
Everything that we feel here to just be gone. Everyone has lost everything here.
All right. Welcome in, everybody, to the Patriot Corner Roundtable. We got quite a few little Patriots from Portland, Oregon that have been covering the ICE facility stuff in Portland and making their way down to University of Oregon from what I've seen. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody. And I got everybody's favorite J6 prisoner, Joseph Pi Thomas.
What up, Scotty? Thanks for having me, brother.
No problem. And we got Patrick. These ones are going to be known from the great platform of X. We got Patrick. We got Costin, Chris Sims, Tommy Boy, the one and only, and
Yes,
Right
sir.
Side Rebel. And we have a special little guest also with Tommy. We got Cam Higby in the on the panel also. Welcome in, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Let's go ahead and start with
Patrick.
Patrick, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on X at Conspiratard.
And Costin?
You can find me on X and YouTube at Kbowski, KBOWSKI_press on both of those.
And Chris, where can people find you?
I'm just on X, Chris X Sims.
And Tommy Boy.
Yep, I'm on X, Tommy for Trump 420, and YouTube is Tommy Boy Freedom 31, and my Instagram is Tommy Boy Freedom 31.
Perfect.
And my Rumble is also, I think.
Gotcha. And Rebel, where can people find you?
I'm on all platforms, Right Side Rebel, and on X and YouTube, Rebel is spelled R3BEL.
Gotcha. And Mr. Joseph, where can people find you?
Not in prison anymore, so that's definitely a plus. Easiest way, because I try to spread my wings as far as I can, hit every battlefield that I can. Go to Linktree, and it's /J6Joe. You'll find all my socials there.
Perfect.
We actually have another J6 person in the house right now.
Oh, maybe I was supposed to turn right here, but
it looks like there's some room next to you. You can always bring them in.
Those bikes.
I got them.
Yeah, who is it?
Enrique.
Oh, snap. Noble one.
Enrique's in the house.
Enrique's in the house.
Well, this is a star-studded
battle. He's over there with Enrique. Hanging out with the Enrique.
All right, well, she's pulling this together. I'm going to pull up a couple things here. Let's see here.
Rebel's always with the big, important people.
That's true.
Socializing. Fucking hot.
Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. I haven't actually spoken to Enrique, in person. But like I followed him on X. I followed his story.
Black Rebel.
What up?
Do you want to say hi?
Yeah. What's up, guys?
What's happening, Enrique?
Hey, what up, brother?
Are we gonna see any tonight?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have fun tonight.
If you guys can hop off in, I'm upstairs.
So I wanted to start this off here. This is this is from Cam, actually. Let me get this pulled up here real quick. So I'm going to be pulling different clips up that I've seen that you guys have posted on X, and we'll watch them and then kind of get your take on it and maybe give us a little background on it. Just got to find this one here. Here it is.
If you touch me again, it will be a problem for you, motherfucker.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. Clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. The system broken, the schools closed, the prisons open. We ain't got nothing to lose, everybody we rollin'. Everybody we rollin'. With some light-skinned girls and some Kelly Rollins. And it's like my world, we the ones chosen. So the not cool world, I'll see you in the morning. I'll see you in the morning. USA!
All right. I have to say that was a pretty cool little video that Cam put together there.
That was a good video for sure.
It really
Cam's
showed.
girlfriend.
Yeah, it was Cam's girlfriend
I
that
think it's heavy.
made that video. It was truly a video where, in the beginning, you just see us getting attacked, assaulted, harassed by Antifa, and then all Patriots came together one weekend, and we
What
got
happened, dog?
the encampment torn
Oh,
down.
look at little Brent Barney.
It was a win for all of us.
So dog. Hey.
Gotcha.
We made it to the B&B, you guys.
Oh, snap.
That video really highlights the difference between like tactics and methods. People are standing on patriotism, chanting USA, USA, and the other one is causing violence, destruction.
I know, I didn't realize it in the car.
Yeah, definitely.
Tommy, keep on talking over people.
I know, I meant to have it on mute. I'm sorry, I'll stop.
I kind of figured that was going to happen with this many people on a panel. It's bound to happen.
But yeah, it was truly a remarkable video. It showed a lot, us defending ourselves, standing our ground, and then we got the encampment torn down. Antifa, for the last couple of weeks, we haven't seen very big numbers lately.
No,
not at all. There's maybe 100 people total, and that's including the protesters. There's maybe a small group of Black Bloc. I'd say maybe 10 to 15 max now. Instead
I
of it
wouldn't
being
even say 100. I'd say 50 maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm talking about the big nights recently. Like in the past couple, 2 days, there's been a good amount of people, but before that, there was not even 50.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, and they kind of have left right outside the ICE facility, that blue line. They've kind of left that alone lately. They've more so been on to Tommy. They've been, on the sidewalks just harassing us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody noticed a difference with the government shutdown? If that affected the outcome?
That's
a good question. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think right now they're just getting defeat after defeat.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a coincidence.
So, I honestly, from what I've seen recently, you guys had a bigger crowd at University of Oregon than you have in Portland in a few days.
Seems like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were at the U of O, and that crowd was, it took me right back to the ICE facility.
yeah, they were swarming us, the whistles, the whole 9 yards. It was just so loud and obnoxious for no reason.
It was kind of amazing.
You got some action against the guy that was passing out the whistles, I see.
Yeah, one of my followers that I talk to all the time, he found out who he was and sent him an email. So
But he sent the dean.
Did you see
the dean? My bad, the dean.
Did you see the response from the dean? It was super short.
Yeah, I hope something gets done. I hope he gets
short.
fired.
I'm not holding my breath until we see action out of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Eugene. I mean.
Yeah, it is Eugene.
Yep.
I lived outside of Eugene when I was 18, and actually I went down there to visit my mom, and me and my buddy went down to the campus to check it out, and that's what actually got me to move down there. There was a Budweiser semi truck parked in the middle of all the frat houses for 3 days, and it just was free beer.
Dude, you're gonna have to make me move down there, dude.
I doubt they do that shit anymore. I mean, this was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. But I mean, I loved the campus. That was my first time going down to Eugene. I've always wanted to go and see the Ducks Stadium and all this stuff. And so when I was there, I was like, this is
cool.
awesome. And then the people and the interactions we were having, not so awesome.
That was the first place I ever saw a woman without having her armpit shaved at about threw up in her mouth.
There was a lot of that. Yeah.
That's just so gross. Somebody threw a tomato at us. Oh, tomato throwers.
I think I got that clip.
Yeah, that shit was funny. I dodged it like a Matrix. I was like, whoa.
Didn't it end up hitting somebody else?
Yeah, it hit Otso right in the chest. I was like, my bad, bro. I didn't mean for it to hit you. You know, it was funny.
That's true.
Yeah, I was actually having a genuine conversation when the whistles were being handed out, so I started videotaping, and in the video you hear me with a person who didn't have the same beliefs, and we were talking, and she's like, see, this is what I don't condone. This is why people are so divided nowadays, because this happens. They try to quiet voices, you know.
Yep.
They always want to silence us. It's crazy.
Yeah, they call us fascists, but everything they do is fascism. Like shutting down free speech, blowing whistles in our ears, not wanting to talk. That's going towards fascism 100%. If anybody's the fascist, it's definitely them.
Well, they say that
we want open dialogue. They don't.
They use violence to change the government policies. That is the absolute definition of terror.
They proved that with Charlie Kirk. You know, he was the best one of us. He was the nicest one. He was the moderate one. And they took him out just for the words that they didn't like, you know, called it hate speech and justified what they did by calling it hate speech, which is retarded.
And now they get people like Tommy. PTT.
Now they get me, baby.
I thought that was classic that you said that.
PTTSD, post
They
traumatic
killed the best of us, but now they get the rest of us.
Yes, I thought that was awesome when you said that.
Truth.
Charlie Kirk changed my life in more ways than one. And them taking him out the way they did in front of everybody totally radicalized my heart. And that's what brought me out, you know. That's what finally, that was the last straw, you know. I had to let the things that are in my heart and in my brain out and tell people how we feel, you know.
Yeah.
So I got to ask about this. I saw this on X, so I got to ask. So let's go ahead and pull this up here. We see Right Side Rebel trying to write.
Let's go.
I see this post, and as I'm scrolling the comments, I see this.
Yeah. I can't wait to get one of them things, dude.
Was this the first time on one of these bad boys?
Yeah, that's the first time I ever rode one, bro, and I did hella good, bro.
I was gonna say you didn't look too shaky there.
No, Josh, the dude that owns it, he said that it literally took him 3 weeks to go 30 miles an hour on that thing like I did the very first time I got on it. You know, it's like a natural.
Did we lose Patriot? P-Town Patriot? Looks like.
Yeah, he'll be back, I'm sure.
We definitely we were cracking jokes. Patriot Corner has really became the family spot, you know. The people in this live right now, and a lot of other people that we have been there every single week with, you know, this group of people that just all had a drive to come to ICE and show what's going on and have a voice. This has become family, you know. We're so tight knit now. Like, this is my second family, truly. And so Patriot Corner has become like our little hangout spot, and we just, you know, we have fun out there now.
Yep. It is like a big family. I'm telling you, this was a blessing in disguise for me because I've met all these, it gives me the chills thinking about, I met all these amazing Patriots, and each and every single one of you guys has made me feel like family instantly from the get. And there's nothing like that feeling, you know? So I'm fighting for an amazing cause, and I'm meeting a lot of amazing people that I feel like I'll be in contact with forever from now on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was also like really good for me as well because I recently moved up here and I didn't have a lot of friends because I'm new to Oregon. I'm from Vegas, and so I really had just family up here. But when I started going out there and meeting everybody, starting off with meeting Tommy for the first time, he's kind of the one that introduced me and started like making my name out there known. You know, I would consider each and every single one of you part of my family, and it's the reason I'm still out here and haven't moved back home.
Yeah, we love you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember the first time I met Costin. They released tear gas, but it wasn't like what they've been out for blocks. And so we all got separated, and I met Costin. He was with the brunette Haley, and we're all just dying still, like lost away from eyes. Like our eyes were bloodshot. We were like tears running down. It was.
Is there Wi-Fi here?
Yeah. I'll tell you the password.
I don't know
What's the name of it?
that just for me or
I heard
everybody?
Yeah.
We
Rebel
can
was
barely,
breaking up for me
we
too.
can barely hear you right side, Rebel. It was crackling.
Cutting out.
So
We can see
Patrick,
you just fine. We just can't hear you.
what got you involved in going to these protests?
Me? For me, it was I saw a Nick Shirley video of the clip where he got pushed to the top of the street, and then there was a laser on the Antifa member that was like getting up all on him. So I saw that, and it put it in my mind like, this is wild. Like, I just moved up here. This is like 50 minutes away from me. I should go check this out for myself. And it was all for a joke at first. You know, I was like joking with my cousin, should I go down to the ICE facility? Should I go to the protest? Blah, blah, blah. And he said, do it. And I was like, all right. So I went down there the first night. For whatever reason, I pulled out my phone and went live. And I was just like showing people like what was going on. And then I kind of found like not a hobby, but like a niche or a niche or whatever it's called, like for recording and like showing people like real life problems. And that's how I started getting out there and going live.
That's awesome. What about you, Patrick?
For me, it was like a crescendo of events that were all happening. Right after the Charlie Kirk thing, I was actually in Portland attending another event, and it was shocking to me. And after that, I had seen what happened to Tommy, where he was attacked out in front of the ICE facility. And I was like, you know what? I'm not too far away from there. I need to start going down there and, representing. And I figured while I was there, what the hell? I have an X account. I'll live stream. And it's just been something that I've been doing now. But yeah, I think the motivation was just the shock that I was in from everything that happened after Charlie Kirk, and then seeing what happened to Tommy. And I was like, I need to get down there and, be part of it, be part of the resistance against what's going on. And that's pretty much it.
Chris?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Like after the Charlie Kirk assassination, it just kind of radicalized me into wanting to fight Antifa. So I just went down there mostly to check it out, see what was going on. I saw Tommy and stuff, and I've always followed Honey Badger. She was always down there, and so I just went down there just to kind of check it out, and then found myself arguing with people and then starting to yell at people and recording, what was going on, and just kind of kept going back day after day and arguing with people. So that's pretty much what I went down there for.
Right, there you go. Right side, what got you in this?
Yeah, you might want to drop out and come back in and see if that helps.
Yeah. You sound
Tell me
like
what brought you into this.
Tommy boy, what got you involved in all this?
Well, mostly what they did to Charlie Kirk is what got me out there. And just wanting better for our country and nobody necessarily brought me out there, but our border laws, yeah, lots of different things for sure.
Well, it's noble that you guys go out there and do the counter protest and try to keep the peace. I'm sorry that you guys have been attacked and assaulted, you know what I mean? But sometimes there's a price to pay when you do the right thing, you know, and
yeah.
You know, the fact that you're willing to go out there and stand up for what's right and do the right thing, even though that it comes at a price, and that says a lot. Yeah, there's a lot that we all can learn from that as Americans, and so setting that example, it makes a big difference in the rest of everybody's eyes as well. And I just want to tip my hat to you for that, because I know what it means to, you know what I mean, to have to pay a price for standing up for what you believe in, and it's not easy. But I also think that it can change the hearts and minds of others, and that has a bigger effect than anything that we all go through individually. So
I think the hardest part is for my wife, you know, is her having to be at home and me being gone a lot, and all these people know exactly where we live, and she doesn't know if they know that I'm at ICE, so they're gonna try to show up at my house and harass her, you know. That's been the hardest part, I think. Everything else hasn't. I mean, they destroyed my car. That was a blessing, because now I have a way better car that I can actually go do shit in, you know. And it's been a lot. It's definitely been very stressful, but the positives from it have definitely outweighed the negatives, you know.
yeah, that's a tough balance. It can be, for sure.
Yeah. And now I love what I do. Like my job before, like I had been there for almost 5 years and I was bored with it. You know, it was a lot of downtime and I wasn't making near enough money to be comfortable. You know what I mean? And now, just on donations and just on people supporting, I'm doing better than I was before, and I love what we're doing. You know, so it makes it a lot easier. You know, I'm out there standing on my feet 8-9 hours a day sometimes. You know, and I don't even think twice about it. I'm just having a blast. You know. What up, dog? Why ain't you guys over here?
Another thing that inspired me to get out there was everyone in our circle kind of already knows that I work as a tattoo artist. I own a tattoo studio here in Oregon. And right after the Charlie Kirk assassination, the next day I had done a memorial tattoo for a person in tribute to Charlie Kirk. And instantly in my social media, I was getting hate from people in my community calling me a Nazi and a bootlicker and telling me that I was a fascist and stuff like that. And that kind of also helped light a fire under my ass and get me out there.
Yep.
Yeah, I truly think this was God's work of all of us. Like, ever since I've met so many of these people, it feels like it was God's plan for us all to meet, for us all to start doing stuff. Because, I mean, look at us now. A lot of us are going to colleges together. We're planning more stuff beyond this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes where we want to have a voice, we want to have a say, we want to make a change. And it's truly amazing.
It really
you got
is.
the two rebels in one screen.
There we go.
Rebel and rebel.
So why don't
Black
you
rebel and white rebel?
You, Black Rebel. Everybody else has already told us where we can find them. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
They can find me at Real Black Rebel _
Like a beer is in here.
Yes, need my handheld mic, so it won't look too much. How about Brown Rebel? Can we get a Brown Rebel?
Holy shit,
only be
bro.
here for
What the
2 minutes.
flying fuck?
Oh, fuck.
Look at this fridge, you guys. Look at this fridge.
Whoa.
Look at this. Look at this. It's a whole fucking couch of DEI hires.
How Patriot hooks up, bro.
It's Rebel in there.
Yeah.
Been there for a while.
Hey, Rebel, are these your White Claws?
Drink one.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, come here. This is my bitch beer for the day.
Enrique, why don't you introduce yourself and let everybody know where they can find you?
Enrique.
Okay. What's up, guys? Well, I'm on Twitter, and you can find me at Noble1. I'll be hanging out with you guys tonight. We'll probably be streaming most of the night. I think it's going to be a calm night. What do you think?
I think it's going to be pretty calm. This is nothing like 2020.
Doesn't it make you sad, but at the same time happy?
It's like the Little League teams, and so it's like...
It's the Pee-wees. It's the Pee-wees.
But, I mean, if it ever gets to the major league level, then some people will have their eyes open with what they're actually capable of when it comes to violence, and so...
I mean, that's why most of us are here, just in case some shit pops off. I don't think it's going to pop off, but just in case some shit pops off.
I don't know. Your presence alone.
I don't know, Enrique.
So I kind of want to address that. Like, so the
Isn't
crazy
the Queen of
part is,
Antifa calling on all the black bloc?
Yeah, I seen a post today on the way here talking about Enrique and talking about we need people to show up at ICE because the Proud Boys are there, and like they were trying to do like a call for action for more black bloc to show up tonight.
yeah, and that's the crazy part. To do what? Like
nothing.
Exactly. Like you're going to show up. You're not going to do anything. You know the consequences of what happens when you do something. We're not going to start anything, but we'll definitely finish it.
I'm 100% going to finish it.
Times since 2015 on up.
I think I told you. Is that Tommy on the?
Yeah.
You know, I think I told you yesterday, Tommy. Like, I think it takes a village, right? We started this like back in 2017, and like everybody has pushed the needle to the point where we've gotten to the point where we are, where they're not coming out anymore because they know that we're winning not only on the political spectrum, we're winning on the cultural side, and we've won in the streets. So it's like a lose for them, and if they want to double up on that, that's fine. They could come. Listen. I appreciate and I support people that want to just hold up signs. I don't agree with them at all under no circumstance, but we know that that's not what they're coming to do.
No.
They're itching for it, and we're ready.
If that's what they were there to do, they wouldn't be down there at Patriot Corner getting in our faces and yelling at us. If they were there just to protest ICE, then they would stay in front of ICE, you know? But they're not. They want the conflict. They're just little peewees, so they're scared, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the kids that have been coming down and supporting us, some of Black Bloc was even in their face.
Yeah. And he was only 14.
So I got in not an argument. Like I didn't even like somebody came up to me to debate me, and they started with, "Well, are you anti-Antifa? You know what that means, right?" I was like, "Please, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to debate you. Let's get out of my face." And then he proceeded to continue to try to talk to me, and he tells me that his wife is in the crowd, and I'm like, "Why would you bring your wife to this?" And he's, well, matter of fact, she brought me. You know, this woman's face lit up when she looked at us and the boys. So I'm pretty sure that if your wife takes you around, she does not respect you.
No, that's a soy for sure.
And you know, he said, "Oh, you guys got no balls. Well, you guys should have some balls. Cross the blue line. Go ahead. If you really wanted to do what you wanted to do, just cross the blue line right now and just stop cutting corners, stop pretending, and do it." And they won't do it. I've seen that because they know what the consequences are. Well, we saw them do it in the beginning, right? And now they're afraid to do it because there's real life consequences to it. You know, it says, I believe there. Correct me if I'm wrong. It says like sovereign U.S. property or something on there.
Mm-hmm.
So they know crossing that line's not going to be good for them.
No.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be there at that moment and capture that whole situation on video. I posted that on my X account if anybody wants to watch it.
I just watched it this morning. It was really good. I reposted it too.
Nice.
All right, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna be with JD in a little bit. I gotta join him on the podcast. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you tonight.
All right, bro. We love you, Enrique, bro.
Love you too,
real
brother.
quick.
Are you guys coming over here to the Airbnb before we go out to ICE or what?
You
I'll
know,
swing over there eventually.
I let these people plan. I don't know.
I'll swing over there
You gotta
eventually.
come out here and play some golf simulator and some pool.
About that.
All right, I'm in. Come in.
All right. Yeah, let's do it, baby.
All right,
Enrique, real
guys.
quick before
Hey,
you go.
and
Go ahead.
Haley's making tacos and shit. So if you guys are hungry,
We'll text you about it.
I know.
Enrique, real
I'm
quick.
just thinking about food.
Go
I
ahead.
got a fellow J6er in the panel.
Yeah, so from one
Oh, you
J6er
do?
to another.
Sorry, I can't. The phone's far away.
From one J6er to another, I just wanted to say welcome home, brother. I kept up with
what's up,
your
Joe?
story and your fight the whole time that you was out. You know what I mean? Out here advocating for you and everything. Just let you know, man. It's good to see you're out and out there getting back in the fight, brother.
Yeah, and Joe, I appreciate you. You're a brother now. We're both J6ers. We both went through it, and I'll tell you, like everybody that's on here and the people that are watching, like your prayers worked. You know, you want to see the power of prayer work. You're seeing it right here with two handsome looking dudes here on the panel.
Patriots.
So, super Patriots. I appreciate you
Yes,
guys.
sir.
Let's continue.
Love to have you on the show.
All right, yeah,
Love you,
just
bro.
shoot me a DM.
I will.
All right.
And we got
I
a
would
new
love-
one that just joined. He was able to make it back in. P-Town Patriot. Where can everybody find you?
P-Town Patriot on X.
Perfect.
Big dog. Big dog.
Now you the big dog. I'm the little dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't say little dog, but you the big dog.
See, one major thing that makes this whole panel like standing out, not just the fact that y'all are down there getting in the face of Antifa, y'all are down there standing up for what you believe in, but it shows that people taking action can have an effect, right? And that gets other people involved in that same fight. A couple people in here said, "Oh, hey, they saw what happened to Tommy, and so they felt they had to get involved in it." Chris, he was down there and was arguing with these people and trying to have that discourse. Sometimes it gets emotional and whatever, and you guys know more than ever how it can pop off. But the fact that you are willing to put your words and your beliefs into action is something that the other side, the opposition, is completely terrified of. That I think that's honestly why they went after January 6th as hard as they did, is because they could basically go after a large section of the country that was willing to put their words into action and show up on a Wednesday in the middle of a work week, you know what I mean? And actually do something to affect change at a bureaucratic level in this country, to affect the entire nation, to stand up for what we believe in and protect American values, the Constitution, all of our founding documents, et cetera, et cetera. And that's the same exact thing that you guys are doing now, is you're going out there standing up for what you believe in, despite the opposition, despite the price that it might cost you, despite the potential threats to your own safety, to stand up for what is right, to protect those American values, and also to help keep the peace, to follow that constitutional process that we all tout and love so much. And that's important work, because that is what gets the rest of the country moving. That's what gets the pen and legislation and all of that stuff to work and to move and to make change, is because they see the numbers of people that have the same beliefs, right? And it's representation by our consent. That's the power of the American voice, and that's why they want to silence us so much. And it's because of how effective you all are at what you're doing, and then inspiring and motivating others to do the same. So appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
It's definitely not easy. Like, we do this with our own money. And Black Rebel, he has to fly to come cover this. I have to drive 3 hours to cover this. A lot of us, some of us are like hours away. A lot of us have to travel long distance to get here and do this. But there's something that we all have in common. We have a determination of taking down Antifa and showing what's going on over here,
And I'm not from here. I just used to live here. I'm from Oklahoma originally.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I lived in Portland from 2008 to 2017, and then moved out of the city to the coast. So I also drive a few hours in.
Yeah.
I
I
got
go
a
like
history
it's
of
like
getting
5 minutes
Portland.
from my house, so it's easy. Like
Yeah, I'm
5 minutes on a
about
one
50
wheel.
minutes away every single day. 50-minute drive.
Rub it in. Brent comes out every night too. He comes out. I don't know how far he has to drive, but he's always out there supporting us and watching my back and making sure nobody sneak attacks me again like they did when they stole my tripod and swam across the river. You know?
Yeah, Brent definitely had my back last night when there was an Antifa member there
Yeah.
watching me for a good while.
We love Brent. Shout out your ex.
What's up, guys? It's Brent D. I mean, you could tell. I met Enrique in 2020 down in Portland. So I mean, I know most of you guys, but I was there on a different mission, and my mission was to fucking fight back, and that was all the violence. So
yeah, that was the first time I ever seen the Proud Boys or Antifa was in 2020 at Pioneer Square, and I was just walking down there. You know, I had been up here for a little while since like 2018, but that's like the first time that I seen it. I seen Tiny for the first time, and I didn't know who was who, which side was which, but I knew that the one side didn't have their faces covered, and they had American flags, and they had American pride, and they were going against all these black bloc fucks. So I knew which side from the get. I was like, well, if I was going to stand on any side, it would definitely be that side. You know what I mean? And I seen Tiny he was the biggest and loudest and just rocking fools, you know, and I never seen nothing like that until then, you know, and I didn't know a lot about it. But since then, I've learned so much. I've watched every single Charlie Kirk video. I've watched so much and learned so much and opened my heart to so much. And I can never thank Charlie Kirk enough for the effect he had on my life, you know, ever.
Luckily, no one's been.
Go ahead.
Luckily, no one's been stabbed this time. Andrew actually got stabbed something years ago.
Yeah, I got some history in Portland too.
Is he
in Portland?
Another Antifa pedophile, by the way.
Did he get arrested for stabbing you?
Yeah, he got arrested, and they reduced the charges from a felony to a misdemeanor and gave him like 5 years probation.
What? For stabbing you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I don't have anything to worry about with these stupid ass misdemeanors, bro, if that's the case. Yeah.
It's a little different because back in the day, Mike Smith was running the DA, and so like that's why the rioters and the Antifa really didn't get the justice that they deserved because there was selective prosecution.
Yeah. And they're coming after me because they know that we're making a difference out there. They're coming after the
Sweeney
Patriots
that served a
the
10-year
hardest.
sentence for defending himself during one of those 2020 rallies here in Portland, and so there's been a huge miscarriage of justice.
Yeah.
So I got this clip from you guys when you guys were down in Eugene. I'm going to go ahead and share this with the audience.
Big Cam in the house. This is from U of O.
You should live up to the standard, and you're not. Well, we were turning the other cheek before they killed Charlie Kirk, and now they killed the best of us, so now they get the rest of us. No, I think their radical left ideology killed Charlie Kirk, calling him a Nazi and a Hitler and a fascist and all these horrible things.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's where that came from.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while now. I'm thinking about getting shirts with it. People keep asking me for shirts and stuff like that with the quotes, and I think that's a really good one. You know.
Perfect.
Yeah, it is a good one.
I honestly, and this is what I was talking about, stuff happening behind the scenes. I was thinking about talking to the close group, you know, the ones that are there all the time, consistently, have been for weeks. I was thinking about talking with everybody and turning this into, you know, we've made Patriot Corner a thing, you know, and it's only a thing because Tommy has a 200 feet ban. And So, but
And
it's
me
been a
now.
blessing. It's been a blessing. It's been a thing. So, I was talking with everybody about ideas and stuff like that, starting merchandise, but also spending that money to start covering other places that need it, making a change in other places because together we're stronger than alone. We're stronger
100%.
together and there's no I in team, we're all stronger when we're united.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see it with Tommy. You see all the people that have come just because Tommy's out there every night, streaming. So every night you see people coming out, trying to support him, bringing him shirts, bringing him mugs, bringing him all kinds of stuff, just trying to support him in any way. So it's pretty cool seeing that, Pete.
You got a pretty cool little Trump hat. That was pretty dope. So who you got with you, Chris?
Oh, this is Danny Rebel.
Hello, Danny. Where can people find you?
I'm on X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm on all of them.
Okay. Want to drop your handle to any of them?
Yeah. I could probably figure out how to do that.
Just go ahead and just say
Danny Rebel 33.
No, just
Danny Rebel 33 on X. Yeah, I've been down there the last 2 months with all these guys. It's been an amazing experience. Everyone's treating me like family, so
I've noticed there's a stark difference between the Patriots and the other. We got the Patriots who can't help but smile and just keep on moving forward while these guys are stuck in whatever misery they're stuck in.
Yeah.
They love it. Yeah, they want to be miserable.
We celebrated a birthday party out there the other night.
Yeah, we did. We even got Pam to sing happy birthday to her. And then Pam the next day, I hate you maggots.
And she blocked her.
She even gave me a hug.
Yeah, she gave me a hug too. And then the next day, don't you talk to me. You're love bombing me.
Yeah,
she was on something that night.
Oh, she's been on a good one the last couple of days. She told me she wanted to burn my MAGA hat last night. She's like, I want to burn your hat. Like, damn, she was pretty sweet the last week before that. But
what's that?
Who is this Pam?
Pam Hemphill, Pam Tifa, the Jan Sixer who.
Yeah, the J6 granny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the J6 granny.
Yep.
Yeah, but so
she's out there with.
So that's another.
She's out there with you guys.
Sorry.
I'm just asking. She's out there with you guys.
No,
quite frequently.
No, not with, but she's out there.
Not with against.
Right,
us.
Yeah, almost every night till 1 a.m. or so.
She started out being all friendly with you guys, and then turned.
No, she
goes through smooth
against
swings.
us.
She goes through mood swings. Some days she's nice and she wants to talk. Some days she says she hates us. It depends. Depends on the night. Last night she was triggered because Enrique was on the street, so she wasn't feeling that.
Yeah, that tends to be her modus operandi. Go in there with a smile and then.
She gets triggered when Nick Sorter is there and Enrique. Cam. She gets triggered with all of them.
She loves the camera, so wherever there's a camera, she likes to get in front of it.
Yeah, she does.
Especially CNN.
Yeah. CNN.
Yeah. And so that's another thing. Like, you have us regular journalists, activists, streamers. You have us, and then since they wanted to put a bunch of us on a bolo. We've started JD Delay. He actually made a Antifa bolo. Not bolo, but bingo card, whatever. A Pam Tifa, Cop Tifa, Fat Tifa. We got nicknames for all of the regular protesters over there. Mace Face.
I did see this here.
Mattress Mindy, all kinds of fucking people.
So what's your guys' thoughts on this poster that's going around? I noticed some of you guys are on that poster.
That's a good one. I love it.
Pretty cool. I like it.
Hey, look at me, bro. Hell yeah. I finally made a poster.
Rebel looks
Chad's looking pretty dapper in that one.
I made a comment on this. I said Chad was like, that's a pretty good photo of me, and I'm like, Yeah, of you, but I look like I'm on Antifa Dynasty, like Duck Dynasty, the show. I look like I'm on Antifa Dynasty. But so what I wanted to touch up on that. You know, why was the reason? What was the reason of us getting into a fist fight or macing someone? You know, it's because they assault us and harass us, and they think that we won't fight back. You know, as soon as you harass us, I mean, usually we turn the other cheek or we defend ourselves. But once you assault us, that's a different story. We're patriots. What makes you think we're not going to stand up for ourselves? You know, one of us could take out 3 of them. So if you assault us, it's fair game.
Yeah. So what is?
Oh yes, fair enough. You know, I mean, so many steps you got to defend yourself. You know, sometimes the best course of action is a simple punch to the throat. So, well done. You know, I've seen you in that video swinging. Don't think that we missed that one. You's out there being a badass for sure.
Rebel whooped some ass. She was laughing the whole time too. That was awesome. Not even gonna lie.
So she actually came up to me to apologize afterwards, and she's like, "You were smiling the whole time you were swinging on me," and she's like, "This is when I knew that bitch was crazy."
Yeah, I heard
And
that
I'm like,
too.
I didn't know I was smiling until we replayed multiple videos, and I sure in heck was smiling. I don't know why. I think it was like 6 weeks worth of harassment and everything built up. I mean, they tried to hit me with their car. They maced me. They've been harassing me, and when they harass me, I just keep walking by.
So I got this here. I want the story, or I want some information on this one. So apparently, there's a cop Tifa.
Yep.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Has it been wild out here tonight?
I just got down here.
That's your boy. No Tommy to argue with tonight.
What's your name?
My name's Haley.
My name's Sean.
Nice to meet
I'm
you,
cool
Sean.
with everybody.
I'm just messing with you.
I'm cool with everybody. I debated him, but I talk nicely and calmly and like that's the way I am with everybody.
Yeah. Has it been pretty rowdy out here? Pretty calm.
It's been, I heard about crazy earlier. Hey, how you doing?
Into some more trouble, Officer John?
I'm a lefty, but I'm nice to everybody.
Guys, can't clean my lens. I literally just got off work. But nobody was out here, so just wanted to
I do gotta say they are pretty good.
check it out.
Yeah, so he's been cop chief for a while. He's there was a video showing that he was getting people's information, like helping docs. I'm pretty sure. Could you guys back me on that? Am I wrong? That's what that video showed of him going around.
I had no idea. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
I had no idea about those.
I know that cop because I've talked to him and he was a douchebag to me. But when I talked to Tommy about that horse, he wouldn't even want to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know about the doxing part. I didn't hear that actually.
Don't doubt it.
So I'm gonna make some people blush here with this next clip I got. So be ready. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, you ready for this? Here we go. I couldn't help myself.
I love that video.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, this is what I mean by like we really became family. I mean, Haley and I actually adopted Costin as our son.
Yeah.
They did you like that, bro?
He got mom zoned. He's the
Mom
baby in the
zoned
group.
hardcore.
I got another clip, but I don't know if I'm going to necessarily play it. But it looks like Tommy got trans Quifa to admit that they love him down at the Portland Ice facility. I see.
Oh, we got to see that, man.
All right, I'll share it. Yeah,
We gotta see it.
All right, here we go.
Attention, listen up. From now on, I support Tommy for Trump 420. I love ICE. Yes, sir. Attention, listen up. From now on, I support Tommy for Trump 420. I love ICE.
20.
That's the best AI I've ever seen.
Those Sora 2 videos are really good. Where today with AI is mind-blowing.
I guess I don't know.
So I got a few more Tommy clips here. This one, I think he's going after Portland.
You got a hot mic, bro.
Portland Police Department.
It was awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I love that clip. I stuck it off. Who's that right there? Oh, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. He got my horn. That's mine. That's mine, bro. You guys know it's mine, bro. I left it there. It's mine. I have the horn because I'm right across the street, and this is where we put all our stuff. You can't just take my horn, bro.
Taking as found property, but just laying
No,
around.
it's mine, bro. It's mine. I'm literally across the street. You're just gonna take it? That's $200, bro.
Why are you stealing?
That's mine.
I'm taking it as found property.
It's mine.
How do I know it's yours?
Because you guys have known I've had it for days and days. Bro, it was right there. It's mine. We're over here all the time. My backpack is always here.
I'll talk to you. I'm not going to talk with everybody else yelling at me.
Bro, you know it's mine, bro. You know that's mine, bro.
You're stealing.
Hold up. Hold up, bro. Hold up. Will, back up. Will. Back up, bro. Will. That's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Don't walk up behind me.
You guys know that's mine, bro. I have the receipts for it, bro.
You're being a dick, officer.
I have the receipts for it,
I'm not
bro.
going to be part of this.
100%.
I'll talk to you, but I'm not going to be part of this for your clicks.
Well, you're trying
So
to
come
take
over
my
here and talk
stuff,
to me.
bro. You're trying to take my stuff, bro.
I'm not going to be part of your program.
Here's the deal.
That's theft. That is theft.
He's trying to take my horn. They know it's mine, bro. Yeah, because I'm right across the street, bro.
Yes, sir. That Tom, plug it back in and he can make it on. Plug it back in and he can make it on. You're the one that stole it. You're the one that disabled it.
I'll do time, place, matter on this too. There's no reason for you to be doing it, especially now. We're bugging all these people up.
No,
130
because
decibels.
a 10,000 hertz frequency has been coming off of that building for the past couple nights. We have video footage of it, officer. You've done nothing. A 10,000 frequency has been coming off. That is
A good point.
See, so I actually made a comment to the officers last night, and I'm like, weird that you guys are getting hate now.
Funny because he's always standing alone.
They don't like them. They don't. They don't like that cop. So the other cops definitely do not like that.
No one likes him down there.
Honey, have you got it back yet?
Oh, I got the horn back that night. They didn't take it. I made sure I got it back that night. He said, oh, I looked it up and it's 130 decibels. So if you use it again, then you're going to get in trouble. And then I went and talked to the lieutenant, the one that's in that, the gray truck with the cab on the back. He basically said that, I can't use it like when it's already super loud and super crazy. And if I do, they're not just going to arrest me right away. They're going to give me a warning and let me know. But I have a feeling like that sergeant would definitely come after me if I used it again. So that's why I've been like kind of avoiding using it. I think I might take it out there and put some rags in it and make it just a little bit quieter, and then they can't say shit, you know?
I actually have a story about him. I was pulling into a parking lot next to the corner, and right when I was pulling in, there's a cop car, and then he was standing outside, and I pulled up and I was like, hey, can you guys move so I can park? And he's like, well, this is private property. I'm going to tow your vehicle if you park in here, even though I've been parking there for the past like 2 weeks previous to that. And for whatever night, it was a problem for him for whatever reason.
They can't do that because in order for us to be trespassed from that where we park, those people have to tell us first that you can't be in here before the cops. They can't. That's private property, so the cops just can't automatically say, "Hey, you're not allowed in that parking lot," unless they come and tell us specifically, "Hey, you can't park there. You can't be in. You can't trespass on our property," which they never have. So the cops wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, then I don't know what he was going on about. So.
I got one more clip here, actually, and I believe it's Danny's in this one.
She was hella rude to me last time. It's been a crazy experience out there. It's been chaotic and it's been chill. You know, it's been all of the above.
All right, so this one, it looks like Danny Rebel's in this one.
I know David and more how to come back.
Get the fuck up!
That was a great video because you could see him trying to grab the phones.
That fucking guy's threw a fist at me.
Yeah, I got a pretty clear shot of that. I got a pretty clear shot of that video too.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody got a good angle.
Captain America lost his donuts.
I got across the street angle.
Yeah, that was a good one. Right?
It's important.
Is that guy wearing his sister's crop top?
No, so that was just a crazy situation right there. It was so chaotic. I have a great clip that I posted right after that. Do you guys know who Griffin is? The drunk guy that's the homeless drunk guy that's always getting arrested out there.
Yeah, isn't he the one that was burning the flag when Nick Sorter was there?
I don't know if he was the one burning it. I think that was Richard. Yeah, so he's this
a little younger.
The other crazy,
tall black guy,
this
homeless.
This guy's just some drunken homeless guy that's always down there. And he started right after that video was taken. He started backing himself up onto this female, and this guy shoved him. And I pan the camera away, then I pan it back, and then he full on flopped to the floor. He's like acting like he got knocked out. His beer's spilling down the driveway. It was the funniest thing.
I think this might be the other angle that you were talking about. I see the dinosaur in there again.
Yeah, I think I go running across. Oh, wait. Am I standing there? No. I posted on my X account.
Yeah, that all
on
started because
my X account, I got a pretty close perspective of the woman actually knocking Danny's gimbal out of his hand from it's posted on my X account.
yeah. Yeah, she originally
And then the
that was
guy.
my gimbal that I handed Danny after because she
Right,
did it
right,
first
right, right.
when that all started because she said it was illegal to record her in Portland. That was illegal. Coming from she said she was a lawyer, but she's like, you can't record here. That's illegal.
Well,
And that's
She's
what
actually
started.
well,
not. She's the
she self
receptionist.
doxed. She
Yeah,
self
So her
doxed herself right after that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
yeah.
Receptionist
She
for a law
her
firm.
husband is actually who was it? Costin.
I don't know if they're dating or what it is, but someone that she is close to, and I see her and him together all the time. He's the chief of staff of Oregon.
That's crazy.
That's why they were hiding their faces.
Yeah,
exactly.
So have you guys seen a National Guard presence out there?
No.
And
No.
we probably won't.
They got
which is the
blocked
unfortunate
again.
thing.
The Supreme Court's going to hear it, and they're going to.
Yeah, I think it's going to the Ninth
So-
Circuit, and then the Supreme.
We are the National Guard. We don't send them Trump.
Here's my view on that. National Guard needs to come. Antifa needs to be put behind bars for all the crimes that they've done, the assaults, the harassment, everything they've done. They have scam GoFundMe's. You on Antifa page, there's just a number of GoFundMe's. I'm sick with this. I have cancer. I need to feed my kids. They don't have kids. They're not sick. They don't have cancer. You know, so Antifa put behind bars. You know, if a person just choked me out, you know, but here's the thing. I talked with and they have to send their precinct officers out on calls to crashes and stuff because all of them, the majority of them, are focused on that street. They are tasked out to that street. So I say, who's helping the homeless people that are shooting up in the street? Who's helping them who are overdosing in the street? She's like, she said that they don't go out on calls like that, that they have neighborhood response teams that go help with that. But I've never seen a neighborhood response out there.
No.
It's
Actually,
National Guard needs to come.
What you were just talking on the new footage of what happened with you that night, Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how new it is actually, but it says new footage, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
I just wanted to say thank you for having me, bro. I'm gonna get off here for now, but I want to say I appreciate you setting this up, my guy.
No problem. Good luck. Right, stay safe down there.
I appreciate you. Have a good day, brother.
You too. All right, let's get this pulled up.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm. It happened. They said it didn't.
Hands off! Hands off! Give me the camera, Judy. Camera, let it go! Give me the camera, Judy. Let it go!
They got him good.
I was holding the back. You better let her go!
Sabrina! I was holding her back by her throat.
Yeah.
So I was losing consciousness. Like I started to I started to fade out. I started to fade out. It was, I wasn't worried. At first I thought it was the Patriot pulling me back, and I'm like, okay, let them pull me back. And then I started to lose consciousness, so I started tapping, and I'm trying to struggle pulling them off of me. And then I hear Chandler's name be said, and that's when I started freaking out, because one move he could have killed me. They don't want us alive. They want us to be like Charlie, and they want us to be silent. They want to kill us off. Yep. This is Antifa. They're not just a normal human being. This is Antifa. They're known to assault. They stabbed Black Rebel. They've murdered some of my friends' friends from back in 2020, 2016. Antifa's no joke.
Well, they've been labeled a terrorist organization. I'm hoping to see some sort of forward action with that, like
international,
domestic and international. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, they have to do something now to get them out of here. They know that they've infiltrated. They know that there's, different cells that are being paid by these NGOs, the Tides Foundation, the Open Society Foundation, the Soros stuff. So, I mean, I'm really hopeful that the things that we see moving forward are actually going to make change and do something better to get them out of here, to take down that infrastructure. Do you guys see any sort of hope in that future, or what's going on now in the Trump administration?
As long as you have people like us showing what they're doing, Trump's gonna see this and see their every move. And I'm counting on something being done as long as we keep on showing what they're capable of.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 5 or 6 years ago we were told that Antifa was being mapped.
Yeah,
What do
our
you
favorite
mean by that?
PiAnon said that.
Yes, sir.
Antifa, they all need to be put behind bars. They're animals.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, during the 2020 Summer of Love, the judges were letting them off their charges and dismissing their cases. I mean, one guy threw a Molotov cocktail into a shop with the shop owner trapped inside, and the federal judge dropped the charges, saying that he was just letting off steam. So, I mean, the house is corrupt. And plus, several of them were awarded $20,000 for every day that they were incarcerated for burning down our country for months. So
sorry.
No, I was just going to say, like, the system is broken, and it's up to us to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is why, if you look at the voting rates, I have a privilege of being able to vote as a woman, But if you look at the voting data, most of it is women voting the wrong choice, It's not easy being a woman because you have all these other ones making wrong choices. But as a woman, I'd rather my rights be taken away, my rights to vote be taken away, than to watch my country go to any more shit. And it's our job to say something, our job as the people, to make a change in this country, lead it the right way.
Thomas Sowell pointed out that the Democrats' playbook follows a lot of emotional rhetoric because it affects those that are sensitive to the emotional plight, women being primary, because you naturally are nurturers, right? And so you have more concern for the emotional or the mental well-being of a person, and you naturally have that nurture the victim mentality, right? So if you see somebody that is quote unquote being victimized, then you want to help them because that's the right thing to do. And naturally that tends to be where women would go. And I'm not trying to stereotype, but like, we're all wired differently for a reason. And I think that's all part of God's plan, his perfection. But that's why they use those emotions, because people don't want to be seen as hateful or racist or whatever. And as soon as you back it up with any sort of logic or facts or common sense, their emotional argument goes out the window. Like, they have no ground to stand on. But unfortunately, I think that is why a majority of women are voting Democrat or liberal, is because they find a way to relate to those emotional causes, to helping out the underdog, to help the minority, the disenfranchised, the poor.
I also think it's not looking into statistics, And also, I think it's because, we had a revival. And I pray that revival wasn't a moment in time. I pray it was a movement. Because, I mean, it definitely was. Look at how many of us came out here because of Charlie Kirk. Look how many of us came out here to have a voice because of Charlie. What happened with Charlie? It's really sad how many people vote when they don't have statistics, when they don't look into things. They don't have Christ in their life. So they're gonna pick the wrong choice. You know, abortion completely against Christ. Every living cell has a plan. God has a plan for every human. Once that baby is conceived, God loved it before it was conceived. God loved it in the womb. You know, God has a plan for everything. They're erasing a plan of God's.
You know, they're at war with truth, and I think that's mostly because they are at war with God, right? This is a war on Christianity, a war against Christ, and because Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And so when they are out there trying to silence our voice or to push this disinformation or these false narratives, it's a direct attack on the Christian foundation of this country because Christ is truth.
These people are evil, pure evil.
But we have to think that there is a path of redemption for everybody. So how can we bring them into the light out of the darkness, right? Christ tells us to be the light and the salt of the world. That means that we're, supposed to be salty and preserve the things of his kingdom. And so how can we do that for them?
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's one thing that I've been wondering myself, because like I said, there's a lot of things behind the scenes that a few of us have talked about, like Costa and Hayden and Haley and I, we've talked about doing things beyond this. Something that I wanted it to include Patriot Corner with. I don't want Patriot Corner to be this moment in time. I don't want Patriot Corner to be what has only been during the ICE facility. I want Patriot Corner to come out of ICE. I want Patriot Corner. I mean, we're going to colleges. We're planning on bigger things. We're planning on other things, going with each other to different places. But I want it to turn into something big, something that reaches out. I mean, a lot of us have brought light onto this ICE facility. Katie, that what happened with Katie, that went viral. Tommy's fight went viral. My fight went viral. The things that went viral are leading people into putting their eyes on this. And I know Tommy and I, we are always talking about Christ on our platforms. You know, we're always talking about Christ, always talking about Charlie, So I think, with how many people are watching us, at least the message is getting out.
So I've seen some comments on X that people are asking. I'm not sure if this is a troll or not, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it. Blonde hair, don't care, asks, what's everybody's opinion on what Stolen Valor said to you yesterday? Rebel. I don't know what that's referring to or anything.
Fucking Stolen Valor. I have the clip. Conspiratard. It's actually on Conspiratard's live last night.
Yeah.
I lost my shit with Stolen Valor last night. Stolen Valor, he's fake military. He pretends to be a veteran. He's not. Almost positive he's not. Well, I was going through like a stressful night at the end of the night last night. And I go up to Costin to hand him his keys or get his keys from him. And I'm like, I see Stolen Valor right there. And I turn to my side. I'm like, oh my God, please don't fucking see me. I don't have the patience for this right now. So literally 2 seconds after I say that, Rebel, I looked into you. Turns out you were in the military. And I'm like, bro, why do you have to talk to me? Don't talk to me. And he goes, you come out here to agitate. And I'm like, who's talking to who? Who's agitating who right now? I have not said one word to you. So every account he makes, he's on account number 4. He's making a 5th one because each count he has, I block. So he's cyber stalking me. He's just a cyber stalker, one of my cyber stalkers right now.
Wait, so what
And
branch were you in?
this is what we have to go through. I'm not the only one. He's sending my friend downstairs. He's sending Ground Zero harassing messages online.
What branch were you in?
I was in the Army.
Oh, I didn't know you had a learning disability. I'm kidding. I was in the Navy, so I got to give you a hard time.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
Thinking about the Navy.
Hey.
Hey, I was a 12 Bravo. I was a 12 Bravo that had some math in it. I had to
Right.
learn. I had to do math on how far I have to be safe from my demolition blowing up. Okay.
There you go. No, I appreciate your service. I just like to give you a hard time.
Yeah, same to you.
Yeah, thank you for your service, both.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think this is going to be the end of Patriot Corner. It's not going to be the end of Patriot Corner because it sounds like you guys have some big plans for Patriot Corner.
Honestly, I don't think Patriot Corner is going to end. I mean, even after this protest, I think you're going to hear a lot more happening with Patriot Corner.
So we're starting a trend. You know, there's going to be a Patriot Corner next thing you know in Chicago.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so I don't think this is the end. You know, even after the protest, it's not the end of Patriot Corner.
Well, the gatherings are extremely effective. You know, for January 6th, Mickey Whithoff, Ashley Babbitt's mom, started the Freedom Corner outside the jail in D.C., and they held a vigil there every night for 2 years, singing the national anthem with them over the phone every night and praying with them and, you know, getting their voices out there amidst all the counter protesters and bullhorns and whistles and the assaults and the things like what you're doing down there. And so it's a different cause. You know, theirs was January 6th, and that bringing justice to them. And then what you guys are doing is standing up for ICE and standing up against Antifa and their violence and their fascism. You know, but the idea of like Patriot Corner can definitely grow and be something as big and effective like you want it to be. It's going to take that consistency, and it's going to take that sacrifice on your guys' part to be out there despite how bad it gets or how rough it may get. But I know that I can tell just by listening to you all on this panel. First of all, love having you all on here, but I can tell that you're in it for that fight. You're in it for the big picture. And so more power to you. I'll definitely be praying for you. I'm a man of faith myself. And
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of ideas that I've been wanting to get the group together to sit down and talk about. So I think a lot of big things are coming.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear.
A lot of big plans soon.
All right. Looking forward to seeing it. And we may end up putting up another one of these here pretty soon. That way we can get everybody that was going to be with us together and try this again.
Sounds good.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Thank you guys for having us.
you want to round robin with some last words? Anybody?
Patrick, any last words, comments?
I actually have something that I want to say.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
Okay, so my story, like I said, I'm only 18. You're never too young to start this stuff, right? I think everybody should be going out and experiencing it for themselves, because I'd see all this stuff online and I wouldn't like really not believe it, but like, okay, it's whatever. I'm just scrolling on TikTok. I'm 18. I can care less. But like these, after being out there and seeing it for myself, they're like real problems, especially with the corruption going on out here. And it's not just out here, which is what I'm finding out. And so I really want to like push everybody that I know to really look into stuff like this, because they're serious problems and it's going to be the future for when I'm growing up, right? But that's about it.
Patrick?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for having me. I love all these people that are in this space right now. We've all become friends, and anyone who wants to follow my live streams can follow me on X at Conspiratard. I try to get out there as much as I can, at least on the weekends, sometimes more. That's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys having me. I appreciate everyone that's out there in front of the ice facility on Patriot Corner. Love everybody, and that's it.
Love you, Patrick.
This was great. We do this more often.
Yeah, I think we're going to do another one when things settle down just a little bit, and for you guys, because I know with the Patriot weekend that you guys got planned, it's kind of a busy weekend.
Yeah.
And it was right when Charlie said, when people stop talking, that's when violence happens.
Yeah.
You know, we see it. We see it more being at ICE, being at these colleges. It's no one should be silenced. Everyone has the First Amendment right. No one should be silenced. But everyone should turn to God. You know, there was a time I lived my life not living in the path of Christ every single day, and living in the path of Christ, waking up and just thanking God for this day and asking for protection over my friends and family. You know, I can't live my life any different.
Amen to that one.
Amen. Chris and
yeah, I mean, I do have some hope for everything at the college. You know, we had a couple of those kids come up and say they appreciate what we were doing. You know, they're kind of scared to talk about it at school, especially at colleges, you know, getting ridiculed by their friends. So they appreciate it. So I think just talking to even the people that are kind of into it or like what we're doing, it helps. Maybe they can talk to their friends, you know, but yeah.
Yep. Anybody that's watching this panel, if you're in the Portland area, they are getting together today at Portland at
7 p.m.
7
Patriot
p.m.
Corner.
Pacific time.
And we need everyone praying for no rain tonight.
Looks good.
From looking at the Tommy's background, it looks like it's pretty nice and shiny out there.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, but it's Portland, so
that is true.
Yep.
I grew up over just across the river from Portland and Vancouver, and I like it over here because it's always sunny.
Yeah, no, God definitely blessed us with good weather this weekend. He knew we had plans to.
Guys, are we leaving? Oh man, my connection sucks.
Final thoughts, Tommy?
I'm about to whoop some people in some cornhole.
Tommy, there's a leave button that you could.
He's like, I'm out.
Like, I'm out, guys.
Thank you guys again. Have a great
You
rest
guys.
of the night, everybody.
All right,
I love you guys.
appreciate you all for coming on, and let's get some eyes on you guys down there in Portland.
We'll see you guys tonight.
Tommy, I'll be there soon.
Hurry up. Hey, Haley's about to make tacos, so get your guys' asses here. You guys
I'm
too,
coming.
Chris.
I'm on my way.
Danny, get here or
I'm
be
on my
square. If you're not here in the next hour, you're fired.
I'm fired.
I'll be there in 15 minutes.
We're
Let's
individual,
go.
Tommy. You can't fire us.
I know. We're independent journalists. We work for ourselves now, so can nobody fire us. No, as Kim says, I'm a war correspondent.
There you go.
I
There
love
you
when
go.
you said that. We're war correspondents out here, right? This is the best war correspondent right here. Yes, sir.
Big Cam Big Beast.
Okay,
We love
Thanks
Cam,
everybody
dude.
for hanging out with us today, and we'll catch you guys on X.
I think they hate Cam a little bit more than they hate me, maybe.
He's got a good name for himself.
Bye, guys.
Final words,
All
Scotty.
right, you guys. I love you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you guys.
Thanks again.
Bye.
If I could put in a final word real quick, Scotty.
Hold on one sec, Pi. I'm not gonna. We're definitely gonna have some final words after this is all done.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Danny, did you want to say anything before we?
Yeah, I just wanted to
bounce out?
mention, like what Rebel was saying. It's great that everybody's coming back to Christ. You know, we're all. It feels like a born again movement out there. It feels like a church out there when I go out there. You know, I'm having people pray for me, and it's just amazing. So I was gonna say maybe if we could have a little prayer out there before we start today. I know everybody left, but I just thought I'd throw that out there real quick, Patrick. So
where two or more gather.
Yeah. Where two or more gather. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah.
All right, Patrick, Chris, Danny, it was a pleasure meeting you guys, and
Thanks, guys.
See you guys on the flip side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, bud.
Have a good one.
Pi, my friend, my brother. Was that interesting or what?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, they're out there in the belly of the beast and, standing up for what's right and trying to, sway hearts and minds, and even just being the presence of being there, right? It shows other people that are watching from the sidelines that, there are people out there that think the same way that they do. The media wants everybody to think that, anybody that thinks about American values and the Constitution and, the things that we love and protect, they want you to think that you're the only one that thinks that way. And that everybody else is on board with the LGBT, trans, Pantifa ideology. And, it's not true. And 77 million people came out to vote for Trump, and that was only, 20% of the country that voted? So there is a supermajority, and it is our voice. And that's important work that they're doing out there. I hate to see the fact that they're being assaulted, but they're willing to put their bodies on the line to give that example and to show others that they're not alone. That's a beautiful thing. And I really think as America, that's something that we all need to pay attention to, is that what they're doing out there doing isn't some grand gesture. It's not, sitting in the halls of Congress or any other big thing. It's just showing up and standing in your core beliefs, right? And standing upon that rock of God that we all move towards and cherish. And despite what happens, Daniel stood up in the face of a king. So did Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And the story of Christ himself is standing up against the authorities that were oppressing your people. He was the first insurrectionist, really. And so whether it be January 6th or it be the parents that go to school board meetings, or it be the folks that show up at Antifa protests to protect people and to try to stop violence, or if it's somebody who just writes a letter to congressman, or somebody that just goes and talks to their neighbor. The simple idea is that you just got to do something. Don't just sit back and wait for someone else to save your country for you, because it's up to you. You are we the people. And that is extremely important for each and every one of us to remember. And I know you agree, right, Scotty?
100%. 100%. So I got a favor to ask you before we get off here. Would you end us in a prayer?
I'd be more than happy to.
All right.
First and foremost, though, I do want to say it's a pleasure to be hanging out with you again, friends. And everybody out here on Pilled, this is my home. Like, I love you guys. It's awesome to see all the familiar names in chat. I've been shouting out to all you all, saying hi and whatnot, showing a little bit of love. You guys showed me nothing but love, and I just gotta give it back in return. But yeah, please join me in a moment of prayer. Most Heavenly Gracious Father, we just thank you for this opportunity to come before you, to give you praise, honor, and glory, because it all belongs to you, Father. Each and every breath that we take, each and every movement that we make, each and every heart that we talk to and mind that we tickle, it all belongs to you, Father. We stand in your righteousness because of the sacrifice of your Son, Jesus Christ, on the cross, who died for our sins, to be the propitiation of sin in our behalf, who was buried in a tomb, arose on the third day, to stand victorious in resurrection, to give us a hope that one day we will stand in glory, Father, in heaven. And we thank you for the chance, the opportunity, and the moment to just stand here and say thank you for being our God. We ask that you lay healing hand on those that need, not only spiritually and physically, but also heal the hearts and the minds of those in this nation that have lost hope, and help them to see that there is hope in you and only in you, that we may seek your face, turn from our wicked ways, repent, and pray, that you may hear our voice, forgive us our sins, and restore our land, like it tells in your great word of 2 Chronicles 7:14, Father. And we ask that you lay a hand of protection upon those that are out there standing up for truth and to stand for the right thing, to bring that peace, freedom, and individual liberty that you have graced us with in this beautiful nation, Father. We are ever so thankful for the freedom in which you have given us, because it is your greatest gift, beside the salvation through your Son, Jesus Christ, which is true spiritual freedom, to stand before you reconciled with a clean conscience and call you Abba, Father. And we thank you for being our God, Father. We protect those that are out there in harm's way and guide us along the path to bring our country back to the consecrated purposes that you have in store for her, for your kingdom and for your future, because it's your plan, your timing, and your glory that we stand for, Father. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pi.
Always a pleasure, brother.
All right. Any final words from you?
get out there and do something, folks, right? Like, there's been a lot of things going on in our country. This is the time now where the truth is coming forward. It's a perfect opportunity to go out there and just talk to your neighbors, talk to the people that you're around, even if they're not going to that they're not going to agree with you. Those are the hearts and minds that we need to change. Don't put yourself into an echo chamber, but just say, listen, something ain't right here. Something doesn't add up, and then back it up with facts. Stay away from the emotions, right? Take a step back and keep the emotions out of it. Just facts and logic, basic common sense. You can appeal to somebody's morals, in a way that will affect them, that you might not get the answer you want right then and there, but it plants the seed, and then trust that the Holy Spirit will finish that work that you started within them, and it can bring them forward. We're not going to save everyone, but we can't compromise or shoot ourselves in the foot. We need to be the ones to stand forward and do something. And no matter how small or insignificant you think it may be, those ripple into make changes. I was just a smart aleck whenever I was arrested, and I went out on my front porch, started singing the national anthem, and ended up making a national movement, right? It became much larger, and that's because your voices made it effective, and the hand of God made it move in ways and make ripples in ways that none of us could ever comprehend. So whatever he wants and whatever his will is, it's going to happen. All you have to do is stand, and that's all he's asking each and every one of us to do. We don't have to fight. He'll go before us and fight for us. He will prepare a table in the face of our enemies. He'll go before us in battle, but we just have to stand and show others that we are willing to stand upon our convictions and stand in our beliefs. We may be thrown into the fire, but he goes into the fire with us, and we come out unharmed. I'm proof of that. I got thrown into the fire, FCI Memphis, federal prison.
Yeah, you do.
Standing up for what's right. My entire life has been destroyed. But since then, and even then, during that entire time, I saw the hand of God move. And now that I'm out, I got a pardon, which is beautiful, but I'm trying to rebuild my life because I came back to absolute devastation. But the Lord has provided each and every step of the way. And, even things like the Sing for Freedom campaign, I'm still pushing forward with that. I do want a shameless plug, but if you guys could very kindly donate to my Give, Send, Go, the J6 Joe or the Sing for Freedom one. It is that time of year. We're raising funds to renew the website. It's going to take about $650 to get the website up and running for the next 3 years, and have done to it what needs to be done to keep it updated, because Sing for Freedom is moving forward with phase 2. Now that wonderfully, beautifully, God, thank you, Father, and give all glory to God. J6er Dan Wilson, which was one of the last J6ers that were still in prison. The judge was ignoring the pardon. He was released last night at 10 p.m. Eastern, and out of Beckley, West Virginia, the federal prison down there. And so, no man left behind. We fought and we fought and we fought, and praise be to God, Dan Wilson was released. Other J6ers that are currently incarcerated put themselves back in there on their own accord. As far as I know, Dan Wilson was the last legitimate J6er that was in there for just strictly January 6th related crimes. The judge, he was released on pardon, and then my judge, the same judge that I had, ordered him to go back to prison because she didn't recognize his pardon as being legitimate. And so that's been a legal battle that we finally won, because God is great all the time, and he was released. And so that campaign of Sing for Freedom, which has helped keep this ball moving forward to bring justice for our J6ers, it's moving into the next phase, which I'm very proud to announce. And it's going to be a beautiful thing, because it is the voice of the people that protect the freedoms that we all cherish. And it's all because of you that it works. So, check out the Give, Send, Go if you guys want to keep that running. It'd be deeply appreciated, because I'm strictly a supporter-funded thing. Like, I try to use sponsorships and affiliates and all that, whatever, but I literally have never received a penny from any of it. This has all been on the backs of beautiful Americans that support us, and from the support and being money that I can bring into it out of my own. And so, and then of course, check us out. We have our show on Tuesday evenings here on Pilled, as well as Rumble. The show is called Slice of Pie. You can find me all over the place. Just go to the link tree. You'll find all the links and socials and all that type of stuff. But outside of that, listen, man, it's such a blessing to be hanging out with you again, Scotty. You're my boy. I love you. It's
been a while.
Do you still have my painting hanging up at your place?
I do. It's in my
That's
kitchen.
Awesome. That is beautiful.
Dining room.
Awesome. I'm really proud of that. You're actually the one that made it to the West Coast. I'm now in all major corners of the United States. My paintings have spread out.
That's cool.
Yeah, blessing. Hey, God bless you.
Anything new on the horizon for you?
I filed a $40 million tort claim for damages against the United States DOJ, FBI, and the Bureau of Prisons because they destroyed my life. And the way that's going to play out as a process is they might approve some of it, like they damaged my phone, so they have to replace it. They, just different things that I listed that are actual monetary damages to my life, my property, whatever. And they might approve some of those basic ones, but then they're going to deny the rest of it. But what that'll do is allow me to say that I have exhausted all administrative measures, and then I can file an actual lawsuit under like Bivens, 1983, 2255, Rule 47, those sort of legal things. But it's exciting because, I'm fighting on this front to make sure that we can hold the government accountable and to fix the bad court precedent that has been set, and so that none of the stuff that happened to us, G6ers, the violations of our rights, deprivation of rights under color of law, et cetera, weaponization of the government against its own people, make sure that can't happen to others in the future. Because, they can look back at future cases and say, well, we denied Thomas in Thomas versus the United States his ability to use the First Amendment as part of his defense. And so we think that, client case number 448B, whatever, should not be allowed to use the First Amendment either. And that would set the precedent. We're like, well, the court approved it previously, and so now we can allow that to happen in this court. And so those injustices need to be fixed. And that is a legitimate one for my case. I was denied the ability to even mention the First Amendment as part of my defense under threat of my attorneys getting contempt charges, right? Thrown in jail for mentioning the First Amendment in court. And so that is a precedent that has now been set forward, and in future cases can be used against the defendant. And I want to make sure that egregious things like that are going to be fixed and corrected. If not for myself, if anything, for just a historic record. And, I would love to be able to rebuild my life. I lost 2 jobs, a business. So I lost a lot because of all of this. And, I did nothing more than go have my voice peacefully and patriotically heard. I didn't go in the building. I wasn't violent. I was there. I videotaped. I left. You all know my story. But nonetheless, it's exciting to be able to hold them accountable now and say, I'm done. There's nothing else that you can do to me regarding this matter. I'm now filing suit, and I'm going to hold every one of them accountable, every single one of them. And I'm stubborn, right? I go scorched earth. I don't. I actually, for that reason, I'm not tied into any of the other major lawsuits that are going on. We have like a lawsuit with McCloskey and then Peter Tickton and all of these different lawyers that are working with the Trump administration and all that. And I've had my hands touching in with Ed Martin and different members of Congress about January 6th, the prison reform that's needed, the justice reform. Like, we're at work behind the scenes to keep that ball rolling, right? Because picket signs are great, right? They gather supporters. But once the picket signs are so many that they fill the screen, then you need to start making noise so that the pen moves, right? And so now we're at the point of getting the pen to move. And the way to do that the quickest is through litigation in the courts, right? The court is the next battlefield, and that's where I'm fighting right now. On top of other things too, like I'm fighting here in the state that I live for my home because they're trying to take my house. That's a whole other story, a whole other battle. If anybody's interested, just see me, hit me up on my show, hit me up on socials. I'm social. I talk to people. I don't screen. I even talk to people that are cussing me out and hating me because, quite frankly, I have a sense of humor and I find that stuff hilarious. But yeah, that's it, man. Like we're bringing it. We're bringing fire, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's some things that I suspect are going to be happening that I don't want to reveal my hand on yet because it's really just my suspicion, and I don't want to jinx it. But I think that a lot of folks are going to be very happy. You're not going to be able to please everyone, but in that same sense, there's going to be some major movement. And I think it's going to be before Christmas, but I don't want to get anybody's hopes up before then. Not the lawsuit stuff's going to drag out. But when it comes to accountability and some truth that has been wondered about for a very long time regarding January 6th, I think it's going to be a great holiday season.
Perfect. All right. I'm getting some weird feedback all of a sudden. All right. Okay, well, everybody try to help Pi out if you can. Let's get that website up and running for him. Let's help him out home-wise. Home-wise more important than the website, obviously. But when it comes down to it,
Yeah, God provides no matter what, man.
Pi has always been the one to help other people out before he helps himself out. So just remember that, folks. Much love, Pi.
Much love, my friend. Look forward to doing this again soon.
We'll make it happen. Have a good afternoon. All right, everybody. That concludes the Patriot Corner Roundtable. I just want to, before I hit the end of the stream, I just want to say thank you to Daisy Chains for the can, Shannon for the cookies, Chris Doom cookie, Sharon dropped in 1,100 gold pills. Thank you. Sean with another cookie, Judy the Lady Pug, Bella, Andy B2 with a ship, Bella with a phone, and Truth Teller with a cookie. Thank you, guys. That's over there on the ARM channel. And let me pull up my channel here real quick just to give the proper thank yous. Braves Piano with a can and Pin Lude coming in hot with an EMP. Appreciate every one of you, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Look at you young men fighting. Look at you women crying. Look at you young men dying. The way they've always done before. Look at the hate we're breeding. Look at the fear we're feeding. Look at the lives we're leading. The way we've always done before. My hands are tied. The billions shift from side to side. Yeah, the wars go on with brainwash pride. For the love of God and our human right. And all these things are swept aside by the bloody hands that came tonight. And washed away by your genocide. And history has the lies of our civil war. When they shot the man who said peace could last forever. And in my first memories they shot Kennedy. I went numb when I learned to see. So I never fell for Vietnam. We got the wall in DC to remind us all that you can't trust freedom when it's not in your hands. When everybody's fighting for the promised land. And I don't need a civil war. It feeds the ritual and buries the poor. The power-hungry selling soldiers in the fuming grocery store ain't that fresh.
The will of the American people be overturned by wild conspiracy theories and baseless evidence-free claims of fraud.
put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.